My relationship with food before the boot camp was very stressful. It definitely caused me a lot of anxiety.
I had years and years of an eating disorder.
I ate a lot. I ate everything. And it got to a point where I was just so frustrated.
And I was exercising a ton, but I wasn't seeing any results. And I knew deep down that the issue really was food. I've always struggled with food my entire life.
You know, I was so far gone back then that I was really a slave to fast food.
Loved food. Food was my friend. I ate when I needed comfort. I ate when I was happy. I ate when I was sad.
And when there was that small opportunity where I was presented with cake or with chocolate or lollies or something like that, I didn't know how to stop.
I compromised the health of my heart because I was bulimic for many years.
I tried Weight Watchers, I tried Jenny Craig, I've tried Light and Easy, I've tried absolutely everything.
There have been lots and lots of things I've tried before. I mean, I don't know what I haven't tried.
I was honestly a little bit skeptical that I could change my relationship with food. I just felt like I was so wrapped up in the anxiety. I wasn't sure how that would go away, but sure enough, after a couple weeks, I just started to let go of a lot of that fear.
I think the biggest learning for me was that there was a way through this, and I wasn't doomed to go through the rest of my life with this bad relationship with food.
My experience during the boot camp was phenomenal. I loved every minute of it, and it was just really an eye-opening experience.
My experience doing the boot camp was liberating. I was in control of my own food. I had guidance from Kylie.
Through the recordings each week, I find myself crying at least once, just because it's so spot on, and I relate to it very well.
I could literally, I remember telling Kylie, I could literally feel the anxiety leave.
One of my big aha moments was learning to trust myself and just realizing that my body will guide me.
I had so many aha moments, especially just the first week, like realizing I just ate for so many silly reasons when I wasn't even hungry. I ate for so many reasons that didn't have anything to do with hunger whatsoever. And I just wasn't even aware of how much I ate.
I take my time now and enjoy eating. That's huge for me, because before I sat in front of the TV and I ate and I ate, and I didn't even, I was so tuned out that I didn't even know when I was full.
The Ditch the Diet Bootcamp has totally blown my mind in terms of how successful it's been. I must admit, going into it, I thought, well, this is just another program that I'm going to try where everybody else loses weight and everybody else has success, and once again, I'm going to get to the end of it, I'm going to spend all this money and I'm still not going to see the results that I desire. But after a week, I very quickly realised that this is different now. This is not one size fits all.
What I loved the most about working with Kylie is her unending support. She has the most beautiful soul. She gives 110% of herself.
I was so surprised when I type in a question on our Facebook page, and Kylie would be answering those questions. And I mean, any diet that I've ever done or any program I've been a part of that had to do with food, I'd be on my own. So just to have that tremendous support is unbelievable. And I think that's the reason why this program is so different.
She's extremely hands-on and responds to every comment, every question.
I felt like I could always turn to her if I had a question, and I knew I'd have a really good answer back that would help me through it.
gosh, her insights. And it's like she knows me, you know, she's been there.
I love Kylie's advice because she has been through everything.
The fact that she understands where we're all coming from has made a huge difference.
That it felt like her speaking to me was as if I was coming back from the future, like if I had already figured it all out and came back to tell myself the shortcuts. Everything she says just really resonates with me.
And I just love that all of her advice comes with like a big dose of love.
Going through the boot camp, I think I felt like I'd finally found a community of women that knew exactly what I was going through.
You know, the unconditional support that I think we all need. And I just feel like that is so priceless. That is one of the, I think, main differences between, you know, Ditch the Diet and, you know, the several hundred programs out there.
I knew there was something different, and I just felt like it was something that was going to change my life, and I was so right.
The realization that I can do it. I was very scared that I was going to struggle my entire life. It was a very real fear of mine. But I don't think that anymore. I really do think that with Kylie's help, I'm not going to struggle anymore.
Wow, my overall experience with doing the boot camp was just really life-changing for me. I don't even know how to sum that up because, like I said, I had so much anxiety around food and exercise, and I had such a rigid structure that I followed, and now I've just found this much easier path, and I'm so much kinder to myself now and so much kinder to my body, and it's gone way beyond what I eat.
My life has changed since I've done the boot camp in many ways. I am much more aware of my body and the signals that it sends to me. I actually like myself. I no longer walk past a mirror or a window and have such dreadful negative thoughts. I actually like the person that I am becoming.
I think one of the ways my life has changed is I'm so much kinder to myself. This program made me really embrace who I am and, you know, forgive myself.
Literally, I haven't eaten anything fast food since I started the boot camp. So that's huge because I've saved so much money and I feel so much better. And it's just such a great change for me, and it's a good thing for my children to see too.
Oh, my life really has changed a lot. I feel just so much more relaxed. In the beginning, I described my relationship with food as like it was like love, hate, fear, and now I would say it just feels, you know, easy and simple and peaceful.
Since going through the boot camp, my life has changed enormously in a number of ways. So obviously the first thing is with food. I am not eating anywhere near as much food as I was eating before. So as a result, my grocery bills are a lot less. But I guess the biggest change and the most noticeable thing is the amount of weight that I have lost. The weight loss of 7+ kilos in 8 weeks, which I haven't lost that amount of weight ever, and I haven't been the weight that I am since, I guess, a teenager.
A 6-week program that really gets you to reevaluate the way you've been thinking about food and the way you have been, you know, living your lifestyle and the relationship that you have, not just with food, but with yourself. And I just think that that is worth so much more than, you know, the one-time payment that we made, to be honest with you.
I could tell that I'm starting to drop fat, drop weight already, which is kind of exciting because I could fit into my old pants I kind of tucked down deep in the closet and haven't touched in a year, I'd say. And I'm wearing them now, actually.
my relationship with food is not full of anxiety, and it's full of freedom.
For me, emotionally, I know that I'm no longer a prisoner or a slave to food. I now have the tools that I need to actually get through a day without binging and without losing complete control around food.
I have deleted my apps and all those things, like my apps for counting my points, my apps for, my fitness pal and all of those apps. And I was just obsessed with what I was putting in my mouth. Now I'm able to enjoy like a family dinner without thinking about it.
I was honestly a little bit skeptical that it really could help me. I really felt like I was sort of beyond help, or beyond like what an online program could do, and it exceeded my expectations by far. I mean, I really can't even believe the changes that I feel now.
As soon as I started to feel free, that feeling, the elation is just, there's nothing like it. And then, of course, I lost 15 pounds from the boot camp.
It allowed you, after a night of not eating so healthy, not eating so well, just be able to move on and move forward, and not being stuck in this place of negativity and self-loathing where I just continue to just stuff my face with whatever other stuff I can find.
I'm finally seeing the results. After all these years, this is the one thing that has actually worked for me, and I'm just elated.
I just want to say thank you to Kylie for putting this program together. It's been the most amazing thing, and she's changed my life. And I know my husband's really thankful because he sees the big difference. He knows how panicked I used to be around food. I mean, we would go out to eat, or food would be around, and I would just like almost start twitching, and I would just be so anxious just looking at all these foods that I felt like I couldn't eat. And so he sees a big difference now because I'm a lot happier, and we can go out to eat and have a really nice time.
Self-love is hard, and I have a little daughter, so for me, I want to be able to teach self-love, and the only way I can do that is if I have self-love for myself. So, I mean, that's been a big, big gift for me.
I was extremely hesitant when I signed up, more from the financial side of things. But then I think about the amount of money that I've spent on food, the amount of money that I've spent on other programs that haven't actually worked, and I just bit the bullet and I just had to do it. And Kylie offers the money back guarantee. So what have you got to lose? I started seeing changes both physically and emotionally within the first week.
I would definitely recommend the boot camp. I'm already in all my friends, all my family, I'm telling them all the time.
Recommending the boot camp is a no-brainer. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've told my daughter and her friends and friends at work, and I will continue to tell people.
No hesitation in recommending this program because I feel like I've been set free.
I would definitely recommend the boot camp to anyone. I would just say do it. It is worth every cent, because your sanity depends on it. My sanity depends on it, and you can't even put a price on that.
Would I recommend the boot camp to others? Yes, yes, yes. Do it right now. I would definitely recommend a boot camp to others.
It's helped me so much that if I could just spread the word to one other person who's struggling and is looking for something that could really set them up for life, I'm all for it.
I'm 29. If I could have worked this out years ago, then it would have saved me a lot of time and money and tears.
I'm just so thankful. I'm thankful for everything. Thank you. You guys have given me my life back.
I can say it does work, and I think most of us have spent so much money on diet books and nutrition programs and cleanses and protein shakes and bars, and we've all invested so much in this search, and this will be the last the last thing you ever spend money on.
It's educational, it is life-changing, and for me it has just been so beneficial. So I would just say do it. Don't even think about it anymore, just do it.
Just do it. Don't even think about it, and you will be so glad that you did.